Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing a sneak peek into a lesson in my new course on H5P tools. This one is called Find Multiple Hotspots. This interactive feature is perfect for creating engaging and impactful training content. Whether you're an educator, trainer, or just curious about what H5P can do, this video will give you a solid idea of how to use it effectively and why it is so powerful. Let's dive in. Active learning. Learners interact with the content by identifying specific areas on an image, which increases engagement and retention. Critical thinking. By distinguishing between correct and incorrect hotspots, learners develop the ability to assess information critically. Real-world application. This tool simulates real-life scenarios, allowing learners to practice skills they'll need on the job, such as hazard identification or process management. Immediate feedback. Providing detailed feedback for each hotspot reinforces learning by explaining why certain choices are correct or incorrect. Contextual understanding. The virtual element helps learners understand abstract concepts in a concrete, relatable way. When to use Find Multiple Hotspots. The Find Multiple Hotspots interactivity is ideal for situations where visual representation enhances learning. Here are 4 examples of when to use it. Workplace safety training. It's perfect for scenarios where learners need to identify hazards such as tripping risks in an office environment or safety issues in a workshop. Problem identification. Use it to train learners to spot inefficiencies, errors, or opportunities in a process or system. Soft skill development. For leadership training, use images to help learners identify cues in team dynamics or workplace culture. Technical training. Highlight the components of a machine or a system, allowing learners to identify parts, diagnose problems, or perform maintenance checks. In our example, we'll use an office safety scenario with an image of a typical workspace. The image contains 5 hotspots, 3 representing tripping hazards, while the other 2 highlight different types of hazards. This approach helps learners differentiate between types of hazards. Steps to create Find Multiple Hotspots. Here are the key steps to follow when creating this type of interactivity. Identify your objective. Decide on the content or issue you want to address. Consider whether a virtual image with clickable hotspots is the best way to teach it. In our case, workplace hazards often hide in plain sight, making this interactivity perfect for identifying them. Select a suitable image. Find or create an image that effectively illustrates the concept you are teaching. You can use a photo you've taken with your phone, example, a JPEG or a PNG file, or repurpose existing training materials, perhaps something somewhere in some old PowerPoint presentation. In this project, we'll use an image of an office environment with various hazards. Upload the image and add hotspots. Launch the H5P editor. In my Moodle environment with editing on, I select Insert New Activity or Resource and then launch the H5P editor with the black icon. In the H5P editor, start the editor for the Find Multiple Hotspots interactivity. One must supply a title and upload an image. Start adding hotspots by dragging and dropping circles or rectangles over specific areas that represent hazards. Give the hotspot interactivity a sensible name. Mark correct hotspots and provide feedback. Identifying and marking the correct hazards, such as tripping risks, is only half the task. Providing detailed and meaningful feedback is where the true value lies. This feedback serves as the teachable moment, offering trainers or teachers the golden opportunity to impart something valuable. In the movie business, they call it the money shot. And for educators, feedback is just that. Your subject matter expertise plays a crucial role here. Only someone deeply familiar with the topic can anticipate common misconceptions and design feedback that directly addresses them. For example, if learners frequently overlook how cluttered pathways lead to tripping hazards, use this moment to highlight the importance of clear walkways. Thoughtfully crafted feedback not only corrects errors, but also reinforces key learning points, ensuring learners leave with a deeper and more accurate understanding. Include distractors and feedback. Incorporating incorrect hotspots or distractors can significantly enhance the learning experience by challenging learners to think critically. Distractors are especially powerful when used to address misconceptions that you know learners might have, thanks to your subject matter expertise. For example, while a paper cutter isn't a tripping hazard, it is still a hazard. Use this opportunity to expand on why it's a hazard of a different type and how it should be handled. Feedback for distractors is equally important. Rather than simply stating that the choice is wrong, use feedback to guide learners towards the correct understanding. This allows you to address gaps in knowledge, clarify misunderstandings, and teach additional concepts that might not fit into the main lesson. In this way, distractors may not only add depth to the activity, but also encourage learners to engage with the material in a more meaningful and reflective way. Adjust grading settings. If you're using a learning management system, LMS, specify the grade and passing criteria. For instance, in our example, there are 3 correct hotspots, so the grade and passing score would be 3, and I set this up in Moodle. So there you have it. Find multiple hotspots. When used correctly, it supports the science of instruction as follows. Multimedia principle, combining visuals with text-based feedback enhances learning. Contiguity principle, placing the feedback away from the picture, far from the identified hazard, weakens the connection between action and consequence. The H5P developers may want to take note of this comment. It may have worked better if the feedback popped up over the hotspot when clicked. Practice principle, learners actively engage by identifying hazards, reinforcing real-world application. Feedback principle, immediate targeted responses, correct misconceptions, and deepen understanding. This interactive approach ensures that learning is not just passive observation, but an engaging, thought-provoking experience that promotes mastery. I'm working on a comprehensive H5P course and will continue sharing tips and insights along the way. So make sure you are subscribed with a bell. If there's a specific H5P tool or topic you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments below. Let's create amazing learning experiences together. See you in the next video.